OMG, I am so excited for today's video. I'm going to be trying out Schwarzkopf's Live Intense Colour. I didn't even know they did this in brown. I keep on seeing like all these bright colours, and then my friend used it and she told me they have it in brown. So I am so excited to use this dye today. Welcome back to Self-Care Karen. It is lovely to have you here. I am extremely excited for today's video. I actually was planning to do to dye my hair with a different hair dye that I've had in my stash for quite a while, but it looks quite complicated to use and I just want something that's going to be quick and easy today. And a friend mentioned to me that she had used the Schwarzkopf Live colour recently to do her hair. And I thought they only had like really extreme colours. Well, extreme is probably not the right word, but like pinks and purples. And I don't want that colour hair. I just want to match my natural colour. But they do brown. They do brown. So anyway, today's video is going to be me applying and like walking you through the steps. You've obviously can see the before. I'll talk to you a bit about that in a minute, and then obviously I'll show you the after so that you can see how this has worked out on me. But first, let me tell you, this video is not sponsored. This is going to contain my honest opinion. I mean, I'm going to be sharing it live, if you like, with you as I use this product. I am though an Amazon associate, which means that there will be affiliate links in the video description for products that I mentioned, including this one from Schwarzkopf. And if you decide to use my link and then purchase, I may earn a commission on that purchase. I do have lots and lots of video reviews actually on Amazon for many different types of products, and again in the video description you can find out more about my storefronts. They're in the UK, the US and in Australia. I've got hundreds of beauty product review videos here on YouTube, nearly 5 years on YouTube, and whilst I do probably have like the majority of my videos, or the largest quantity of focusing on beauty products, I do actually do other types of videos like guided meditations and a therapy called emotional freedom techniques, or you might know it as tapping. So I would encourage you, if you're interested in kind of more holistic self-care, to take a look at the other types of videos that I have on my channel too. Off YouTube, I do have a website where I sell products and services, and I will link I will put the link to my website in the video description. You could also think about joining my mailing list. It's free to join. You get some goodies when you sign up. And yeah, I just send out 2 messages a month, so it's not like an overload, but I do often send out kind of exclusive discounts and promotions and what have you. So it is kind of interesting to be part of my mailing list also. Okay, so let's get into today's video. So as you can see, bubbling with excitement. This is the Schwarzkopf Live Intense Colour. And if you are new to my channel, let me tell you that I dye my hair really frequently, like every 3 to 4 to 5 weeks. You might not see lots of grey right now because my hair is really in need of a wash. It's very greasy, so that kind of masks the greyness. But anything that you see kind of shimmering here in my poor lighted bathroom, that's grey, okay? And that's what I'm wanting to cover. But because I do dye my hair so often, I do have fairly over-processed hair. And I have spent a lot of time trying out different kind of routines, techniques, products to try and improve the quality of my hair, and I've had some success, I must say. And actually I've done a video kind of with those top things that I've learned along the way, and I will link that video here if you're interested in learning more about that. And just to say, in terms of hair dye, loads and loads of hair dye videos. I've actually got now a dedicated playlist, if that's your bag, just looking at all the different hair dyes that I've tried out here on the channel, and I'll link that playlist up here if you're interested in that. The colour that I'm colouring over is, I want to say, and I think I'm right in saying, it was the Clairol Pure Brunette. I think that's right. I'll link that video here. I think that was the last one that I used. Oh my God, my memory. This is the perimenopause. You're seeing it live and direct. Okay, so let's get into the Schwarzkopf. So as I said, I didn't realise that they did like, how to describe this without, I don't want to be critical of people that have brightly coloured hair. I mean, that's fine by me. Do you, boo. But this is kind of like matching my natural shade, if you like. So, or as close to it as I can find. This is the Urban Brown. Okay, so it says that this is create head-turning hues, long-lasting colour with anti-fading effect, beautiful shine, intense and vibrant colour, perfect grey coverage, me likey, and it's for all hair textures, but it's not for damaged hair. All right, well, tough. Conditioner with vitamins and oils, nourishing formula for a silky hair feel and intense care after colouring. And then they've got like a colour chart to recommend the shade. This is a vegan formula. Let's see what's inside. We've got the, what is this called? The developer. Yeah, applicator bottle with developer solution. We've got the actual colour. It's always a good idea to check that the colour is actually the colour that you've bought, just in case there's been an error in when they've been putting the boxes together. There's a sachet. I'm not a fan of sachets because you really do need scissors for them. This one's actually got a scissor mark on them, so I have to remember to put a pair of scissors in the shower for when I wash it off. This is the care conditioner. And then we have the instructions and the gloves. And you know what I found recently? I sort of added it to the kind of paraphernalia or accoutrement, or I don't even know how you say it, that I have for when I'm dyeing my hair. I find that disposable, really tight fitting gloves are often better than the ones that they give you in these kits. We'll see what these ones are like, but I have a stash of kind of like, they're not surgical gloves, but you know what I mean, like where they're really kind of close fitting gloves. The other things that I have at the ready when I'm dyeing my hair is I have a bra that I have got hair dye stain on, so don't use it normally, not that anyone's seeing my bra, but anyway, so I put that on. I'm actually in my pajamas right now, but I will change. I also have a really old dressing gown that's got lots of stains on it, which I use when I'm colouring my hair. And then like butterfly clips are often handy. I have my wet brush. I have my microfiber hair turban towel because this doesn't, if it gets any stains on it, it's not a problem because it's a really dark colour. And I always use microfiber on my hair because it's much more gentle. Did I mention the wet brush? Yeah, so those are the kind of things that I have to hand. I might actually cut my hair after I've washed the dye off. I need to see because I cut my own hair. By the way, if you want to know what method I use, I've got a video here where I show you how I cut my hair. Okay, so let's look at the instructions. It's a paper leaflet. Of course, it's talking about doing the allergy test. I have not done that. I do apologise. Don't do what I do what I say. Okay, so attention please, read the safety instructions. Yes. Before starting the application, cover your clothing. Okay, I will change. I will get into my thing. Use on dry, unwashed hair. Okay, it's very, very unwashed. Unscrew the nozzle of the applicator bottle, pierce the live luller. Okay, mix them together. Very good. First time application. Okay, this is always my dilemma. Do I do the root regrowth or do I do the first time? And I'm going to do the root regrowth because I don't want to deposit too much colour on the ends of my hair because that's where like the damage is because of all of this dyeing. I really just want to focus on the grey. So I'm going to do the root regrowth even though this is the first time I'm using this hair. And it says apply 2/3 of the mixture throughout the whole regrowth area. Section your hair, okay, fine. Leave to develop for 20 to 30 minutes. Afterwards, apply the remaining mixture through the mid, lengths and ends, working evenly. Leave on for an additional 5 to 10 minutes. I'll leave on for 5 minutes. Processing time in total should be 30 minutes. Okay, so I'll do 25 minutes here and then 5 minutes for the lengths and ends. And then rinsing, before you rinse your hair, put on the gloves again. Okay, that is not happening. At the end of the developing time, apply warm water to the hair and work into a lather while gently rubbing around the hairline to avoid staining. I find if you get any kind of staining while you're dyeing your hair, the best thing is either to use a baby wipe, which, yes, my baby is 7 years old and I still have a supply of baby wipes because they are so useful for stains on me, on like the sofa and stuff like that. So I use baby wipes still. Or you can use micellar water. That's also a really good way. So like put it on some toilet paper or a cotton bud, or I use reusable cotton pads and just rub away at the stain. I find that works really well too. Okay, rinse thoroughly until the water runs clear, and then you apply the care conditioner and leave for 2 minutes and then rinse thoroughly. Okay, so this is straightforward, me likey. Okay, I'm gonna get ready and then I'm gonna get going. Okay, so I'm gonna mix these two together. I'm just gonna take the top off here of the, it's a screw cap off the developer solution with the tube. It's a metal tube, it's sealed. Hopefully you can see that. I'll just take the top, push it in. It should, oh, it's not piercing. Now it has, so it's quite tough actually. Pushing it in, I've pierced it. Okay, now I'll squeeze the tube into this bottle. And I really don't know why one day I took it upon myself to dye my hair with a white bra on, but that's how this dyeing bra, dyeing as in hair dyeing, I must say, came into existence with my dressing gown, which is also white. It's just because it was a white dressing gown that got a stain on it from something else. I don't even know what it was, and I couldn't get it out, and I thought, oh, this is still quite new. Why I don't want to throw this away. So then it became the dressing gown that I wore when I'm doing my hair. All right. Oh, it's quite hard to get all the stuff out, but as much as I can, I feel like I've got out. And now I'm going to, now I did say something in a previous video about, should I take the top off before I shake the bottle? And apparently I'm supposed to, but I'm not. I'm just going to shake it, because this could explode. I don't want it to explode, of course, but also I don't trust my finger staying on the top of the nozzle while I'm shaking it. So I am going to. Now, I cannot see very well. That's part of getting old, okay? Because I'm short-sighted, but I'm also long-sighted now, so it's a bit of a mix. And so what I will do is I'll just show you how this goes on initially. Where have I put the gloves? Oh my God. Okay, hold the line caller. I need to find my gloves. Fell into the bath. Okay, right. So I am going to show you what the consistency is like and start applying, but I will finish off the major application. Why is there so much plastic used? It's so unnecessary. Anyway, I'll finish off the major application off camera if you don't mind, because I need to be closer to a mirror so that I can actually see what I'm doing, which I think is an important thing. Okay, I'm not much of a fan of these gloves because it feels like they're very hard to get into, and I'm worried that the bottle's going to explode. So speed is of the essence of the speed. Speed is of, oh, can't speak. It's too early in the morning. Right. Okay. Let's see. Oh my God, I can't get into these gloves. Bloody hell! I'm going to take the glove off. Oh, my apologies. Okay. Right. One glove. Two gloves. See, they're not, my hands are so small that they kind of, anyway, I'll stop complaining. Right, oh, I haven't got the lid off. It's early in the morning. So I just clicked it off. Okay, I must make sure that doesn't go down the plug hole because, right, that will not be good for the drains. Okay, oh, it's already not coming out of the bottle easily. That's a bit annoying. Okay, so I get a lot of greys around here, so I'm going to start off here, where it doesn't matter what mirror I'm in, I won't be able to see what I'm doing anyway. Just making sure that I'm getting quite a lot of product. Oh, I don't like it. It feels like it's really full of air. Maybe that's my bad for shaking it with the thing on. I don't know. Right, so I will try and go as close to the hairline as I can because I think I've got some on my face then. Because that's where I get all this kind of regrowth coming through. I've got lots of little white baby hairs. It's so annoying. But anyway, I'm going to go off camera now. But just to say, the consistency is fine. But so far I'm struggling quite a lot to get it out of the bottle. Probably my bad. It's probably something I've done. But yeah, not the most. It's not the best of starts, I would say. All right, I have set the alarm for 25 minutes. I'm just gonna see if I can get some of the stuff that got on my face off. Not the easiest of applications, but actually what I found to be the best way in the end was to actually put it onto my hand and then with the hand put it on, because there's a lot of air in that bottle. I don't know what's going on with that. So that's what I've done. I've thrown the gloves away. There's no, I don't know what people do. Do they wash them out and then reuse them up when they're applying the rest? I'll just put the disposable gloves that I've got. God, there's quite a lot of dye. Now, I will say I'm not that fussed about getting some stainage on my face, just because I really do want to make sure that the hairline, look, there's a bit glistening there, that needs to be tucked in. I really want to get all those kind of baby hairs done. But you know, I might come back to you with a stripy face, I don't know. All right, so I'm gonna wait. I will then put on the rest on the ends, do 5 minutes, and then, you know, do all the rinsing out and the conditioning, and I will be updating you as I go. Okay, so I waited the 25 minutes and I have now applied on the rest of my hair. I'm not a fan of how the solution comes out of the bottle, for sure. Yes, it's a bit easier if I put it onto my hand and then onto my hair, but felt like there was a lot of air in that bottle, and yeah, maybe I did something wrong, I don't know. But anyway, I am persevering, of course I am, because that is just a minor situation. Okay, so I would say the dye has got quite a strong smell. So you know that kind of smell that it kind of goes into your eyes. Does that work? I'm not sure. Kind of fumes. And I suspect if you've got a sensitive scalp, this might not be the one for you, because it feels quite a strong solution. But I am all right with that. So now I'm just waiting the 5 minutes, and then I will wash it off in the shower. I'll apply the conditioner for 2 minutes, and then I will show you the results. I'm actually going to do something a little bit different in today's video. Normally I kind of wash it out, show you the hair wet, and then come back in a couple of days. But today what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to dry my hair with a hot brush that I've been gifted to do a review on. So I'm gonna try that out, and then I'll come back once I've dried my hair using the hot brush, so you can see what a disaster I make of my hair. I don't normally heat style my hair, but I got gifted this hot brush and I thought, okay, I'm gonna give it a go. So that's how this video is gonna end, I believe, inshallah. Yeah, so we'll see you in a minute. Okay, so it's all washed off. I've got this microfiber turban towel thing on, which I'm just going to remove. I washed it off using the Dream Lengths Restoring Shampoo. I have got a video planned to review some of this range soon, because I've been trying it out. And before I even go in with the wet brush, I'm going to spray with this leave-in conditioner from John Frieda. It's the Frizz Ease Miraculous Recovery with Ceramides Daily Miracle Leave-In Conditioner. My God, could you get a longer name? Okay, so I'm just gonna, and I always do this. This is one of my major changes now to my hair care routine, and it's made such a difference. Not necessarily using this one, but just a leave-in conditioner before I even go in with a brush, because I find that it just gives slippage and it reduces the possibility of breakage. That said, whenever I dye my hair, I tend to get a lot of hair coming out, sometimes more, sometimes less, but yeah. But anyway, I do just want to be as gentle as I can with the hair always, not just because I've just dyed it. And in terms of washing it out, it was fine. I did lather my hair up before I started rinsing it and then shampooing it. I'm not even sure if I was supposed to shampoo it, but hey ho, that's what I did. And then I applied the conditioner from the sachet, me no likey sachets, and left that on for 2 minutes whilst I washed the rest of me. And yeah, loads of hair coming out. But as I said, that's kind of quite usual with hair dyes situations with me. And now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to let it, well, I'm actually going to cut my hair, but I will let it air dry a little bit more. And then I'm going to dry it with this hot brush that I've been gifted. And I will then come back to you so that you can actually see the colour result, because it's a bit difficult when the hair is wet. I mean, right now it feels like it's a bit orange, but that could all change. Okay, so here I am. I used this 3-in-1 hairdryer thing to dry my hair. It was an amazing experience. It was so fast. Definitely be using that again. I'll put a link to that in the video description, just in case you want to see more about how I dyed my hair. In terms of the hair color result, I do feel it is a little bit red, a little bit lighter than I would want, which is interesting because the color is Urban Brown. I don't know, maybe it's quite similar to the colour on the packet. Yeah, maybe I didn't see how much red. Yeah, maybe it is true to the box. But anyway, I'm really pleased. I've covered my greys. So whilst it's a bit lighter than or redder than I'd normally want, my hair feels amazing. I've covered my greys and it was an okay experience. The bottle thing, not the best, but otherwise, and the smell, I guess, but otherwise it was good. It was good. And you know what I really appreciate about this? It's really inexpensive. I did shop around a little bit, and definitely by far the cheapest was on Amazon, but that might just have been that moment in time, so I think it's worth shopping around. But this was a lot less expensive than other hair dyes that I've been using more recently, so yeah, that was a great plus. My hair feels lovely and soft. I think this makes a big difference, right? The frizzies that this leave-in conditioner from John Frieda, or just using a leave-in conditioner, my hair feels in a good way. Anyway, please let me know if you've used this. I'd love to hear if you've used some of the more kind of wild colours. Well, wild, is that the right word? Anyway, let me know. Also, let me know if you've got like a favourite hair dye that I've not done on this channel, that I've not tried out. I definitely have in my list Polar Hair shampoo, but I just can't time it right because I need to let the roots be a bit more visible, and then anyway, I will get to it. I will get to it. I promise you. But yeah, I'm obviously going to continue dyeing my hair because the greys are carrying on. So there will be more hair dye videos coming. But obviously, I put up a new beauty product related video every Friday, and then I have other videos coming up during the week. Some are beauty, some are either a meditation or EFT. Anyway, check out my channel if you want to see more of my content. And thank you so much for watching today. It's been lovely having you here. Remember, you are in perfect time. See you soon.